While the stress from the pandemic has infiltrated many parts of our lives, one of the biggest casualties? Sleep. An already sleep-deprived nation is suffering more than ever.
Sleep. Everyone needs it, but few of us are getting enough of it. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends that adults get 7 or more hours of shut-eye per night. But a majority of us are struggling to even get close to that amount. Disturbances in our sleep patterns are on the rise. Between stress-induced nightmares from pandemic fears and overscheduling with a work-from-home lifestyle, millions across the country are just plain exhausted. But is there anything we can do to make ourselves sleep better? With medical experts now saying that a good night's sleep could help ward off and lower your risk for COVID-19, it's more critical than ever that we get some much-needed Z's.
We did a shout out to our viewers to hear what you've been struggling with when it comes to sleep. And boy, did we get a lot of questions. So here to answer some of those questions is sleep medicine specialist, Dr. Michael Newnam. Dr. Newnam, I want to jump right into our first question. Let's see here. It's from Tiffany from Instagram. I've been messed up and my sleep schedule is not so good. It's because I'm staying up late and now I want to go back to sleeping early and waking up early, but I can't. What do I do?
My recommendation would be to not do it all at once, but to gradually begin to shift the schedule. Simply by making your awake time and your alarm setting a little bit earlier each day and getting you onto the schedule that you're trying to adapt to.
Okay, so our next viewer question comes from Emily on Instagram. She asks, how do I stop the racing thoughts in the middle of the night?
Yeah, that is a term that I hear over and over. Racing thoughts, inability to turn my mind off at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. And again, I think it's a conglomeration of a lot of stress and anxiety. And I think the first thing that people have to come to grips with is that fear, anxiety, worry are the enemy of sleep. And so it's critical that as we prepare for the night, that first of all, that we have a time to get away from different things that could be coming into your home that you're actually turning on yourself that are feeding the stress and anxiety. And so it's important to kind of begin to unplug a bit from that. And with that void of time, now start to work with things that are more enjoyable, that are more relaxing, whether that be a walk, whether that be exercise, things that begin to do positive things for your body to de-stress you and to get you unplugged a little bit from all of the anxiety and fear-provoking types of media.
Okay. Our last question comes from Tricia on Facebook. She simply asks, why do I wake up 2 or 3 times every single night?
I think it's something that can come from a variety of sources. What we know about the normal sleep cycle is that you will go into different phases of sleep. You will go from light sleep into deeper stages of sleep and REM sleep, and then that will cycle through. And so it's very common and normal for you to have 3 or 4 episodes during the night where you may have a brief awakening. And that's normal, and most people will just kind of roll over and go back to sleep. They may not remember that awakening at all come the morning. But in some individuals, particularly who have a very heightened sense of alertness or hyperarousal type of state, those little awakenings may turn into laying in bed for hours trying to get back to sleep. And that's when it becomes an issue. And one of the things that we try to do when we evaluate patients who have insomnia or unstable sleep is, why are they waking up and what's feeding that? Is it pain? Is it the fact that they've got to get up to go to the bathroom? Is it snoring or potentially sleep apnea? Is it restless legs? Is it simply just worry? Are there conditions within the home that are creating an environment where it's difficult to sleep? And so all those things are things that we have to sort out when we talk to patients, because it may be different for individual people. But those are some of the common things that will disturb your sleep.
Well, Dr. Newnam, thanks so much. For sure, sleep is so critical. It's involved in our restoration, for our reset button, to get them being healthy. And you know what? You can never say not having it is not a problem. So please definitely keep us informed and keep us sleeping better through the night.
Thank you.